Sisters, when you're supposed to be quiet and you get the giggles, what are you going to do? Try to be quiet. That's what we did.
Hey guys, we are pulling into the port of Key West. Surprisingly, guys, yes, I live in Florida. I've never been to Key West. Listen and see if you can hear. If you can't hear, I will tell you that before we even got close to the dock, I could hear the roosters. I know they're everywhere. I've heard all about, you know, and seen on of course, our wonderful world of YouTube about the roosters. But to not even be at the dock and to hear the roosters was to me quite comical. So we'll see if I can do some shorts today for you guys in Key West. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day. We'll see you later. Hey guys, good morning. This is Key West. We just climbed off the boat. We will see you guys in a little while, but hi from Key West.
If you know me, you know I hunted down a good cup of coffee, and the Cuban Coffee Queen is where we stopped. I will tell you, I do not regret it at all. Brought some home. It was delicious, and the people were wonderful. We will do a walkthrough here of Key West for you guys. I'm also going to be going into some stores. I'm also going to be picking up a few things because there is a later video that I will be doing that is specific to Key West for you, so be looking forward to that. It is a taste test, but I promise you it is not one that you will be used to. My sister and I found it very walkable. Hey, I heard you coming in. She had been here before, as I said, so she was kind of telling me a few things, showing me a few things, but even she said this is totally different. Being here so early in the morning and very few people being on the road made a huge difference on what we were able to see, just kind of by ourselves, not having to worry about any hustle and bustle. Hope you are able to pick up from that what you are interested in or what you might see that you're like, I didn't know that was there. I didn't know it was that close. If you have any questions, as always, you guys reach out. It was a beautiful morning. It was a little humid. They was expecting some weather, which is why we got in earlier. But overall, it was just very quiet and calm. And the roosters, my sister and I, just kind of made a nice morning of it. We knew where we were headed to breakfast, so stay tuned to watch for that. That also did not disappoint. As I said, I had not been to Key West before. I wasn't sure exactly what to expect. I had the stories of people who have been in my mind, and that is all I had to go by. But experiencing yourself, seeing a little bit of the history, and again, we are on the touristy side of Key West. So when you're looking at this, know that there is a very historical side to Key West. This is the touristy side, so that's what you're going to see. You're going to see shops and bars and restaurants. But I will walk to the other side, which is very quiet, and there's a marina, and you will see that. But there were so many just interesting buildings and people that you run into that we both enjoyed our day very, very much. You can see some of the architecture that I am speaking of here in this old building. There was just many buildings like this that if this is something that interests you, I would say you will find it a very good day. Going that way, sis? So we are headed to the Breakfast Club 2 for breakfast. The coffee was great. The food was great. The service, which matters to me, was wonderful. They were very personable, and it made our breakfast just a little bit more special. You want to know what a YouTuber looks like when their camera went down and they're now trying to figure out what they're going to do? This is the look, people. I was able to work things out, thankfully, obviously, because you're seeing the rest of this video. The things behind the scenes that you don't get to see. We decided to walk, considering you see the trolley here, which that is an option. There is a train that is also an option, which you will see a little bit later. Why did the chicken cross the road? Why did I feel like I needed to say that at that moment? They were always crossing the road here, and they never told me why. But there are many options for you to choose. You can rent your own golf cart, you can rent your own scooter, the train, the tram, the trolley. There are many, many options for you to do if walking is not something that you either want to do or can't do. So hopefully that helps you understand getting around Key West a little better. It wasn't very busy. There's your train situation there, but it wasn't very busy. So we went ahead and just walked it. And again, it wasn't that hot. It was still very early in the morning. So it worked out perfect for us. I hope it works out perfect for you too. Can you tell who the star of the show is here? Maybe the roosters? There were definitely a lot of nice shops here. Hog's Breath, Sloppy Joe's, they sell shirts. That's very popular to get a shirt from there. But there were other little boutiques like this one that just had very unique items. So if you're looking to bring somebody home something, which was the case of why we were here, it was a little bit different than just your typical, hey, I went to Key West and here's your shirt. And of course, Sissy posing for me because she's wonderful. Again, nothing opened yet. They were just opening. Actually, Hog's Breath was nice enough to actually ring up a few shirts for me, which I appreciated because it was very, very early. Again, this is one of the stops that I told you you will want to be staying tuned for the next video coming out. This is one of the stores that participated here. It is the Key Lime factory who participated. A wonderful person working behind the register. Was very glad I was filming, and sometimes I run into some situations where filming is not what people really want you to do, I guess I would say, but this particular person understood the assignment and said, thank you so much. We are glad that you're, filming and going to be mentioning us for what to do in Key West. As you can see, you can get just about everything here. For those of you who like hot sauces or sauces of any kind, right next door was the sweet sauces, and you can actually go through, in the building, so you don't have to actually come outside. But that was another cute little place. This stop actually surprised us. Of course, I got baklava, but I actually had got something here that is also going to be in the video that is coming up that I don't want you to miss. That shocked both my sister and I. So glad we stopped in. It was absolutely worth it. So you never know. Don't say, nah, I don't think I want to go in there. You never know. You absolutely never know. I wish that I was able to try everything on these trips. I do my best for you guys. This place smelled amazing, and the size of the cookies, oh my goodness. I got a taste, which I was very thankful of from her, and they are delicious. Needless to say, I can't take it all. I mean, I could, but I did get something, though. Again, I keep hinting to this next video. I want y'all to be, a little excited maybe. I don't know. But picked up one more thing. There was one here, and then there is one, I will show you the card in just a moment. I believe it's in Tennessee. So there are two different locations depending on where you are. Nashville, Tennessee. There we go. So there's one in Key West and one in Nashville, Tennessee.
Thank you.
Sorry?
Yeah, absolutely.
I always ask if they would like to
Did you wanna
speak
say
on
anything?
camera, if they would like to
Have a
say
good one.
something. They definitely wanted people to know that they care very much about what they do. And it shows, it absolutely shows. They were wonderful. So keep that in mind and consider them when going to Key West or Nashville, Tennessee. This is one of the shopping areas very close to the port there. And they have a gamut of things. Here's a few of the stores that they have here. The train ride actually starts from across the street here. So it's actually a really good location if you just want to hop off, get a few things, maybe take a tour and be led back to where you were going to just go directly back to the ship. Then this is kind of an area that I might suggest for you. This red building you actually see from the ship is actually pretty much diagonally behind that building.
You can do whatever you want, sissy.
I am saving this right here when my sister says that I never let her do what she wants. Proof. Y'all heard it here. They were reasonably priced. They weren't a crazy price. So if you're just looking for something to be able to bring back and say, I thought of you while I was in Key West, here you go. I hope you've learned that there are many ways to get around Key West from the port. If that is your way of entering Key West, whether it's a golf cart, a scooter, a train ride, a trolley, a bicycle, There's many ways. There's several different shops and there's a lot of history. So I do hope that you found this informational. If you have any questions, you guys know, reach out. I hope you're looking forward to the video coming out very, very soon. We will say goodbye to the roosters who greeted us when we came in. Hint, hint, hint. Thanks to all who are subscribed. If you're not subscribed, I'd ask you to do so. Until the next adventure, we'll see you next time.